If your bank account is hitting zero a few days before payday every single month, listen up. In this explainer, we're going to build your emergency fund. And no, not in 3 years, not eventually. We're building a step-by-step system that you can literally start using today, even if you are completely trapped in that paycheck-to-paycheck cycle right now. Let's get right into it. Look, if you're staring down a zero balance yet again, I really want to validate what you're feeling right now. It is absolutely not because you're fundamentally bad with money. It's actually just simple math. You're just missing a shock absorber. Because without that financial buffer, you literally have zero margin for error. Just think about it. One flat tire, one slightly late paycheck, or one of those super stressful surprise medical bills, and boom, you are right back into a financial hole. And once you're stuck down there, you're usually forced to reach for a credit card just to survive the week. And that is exactly why the true cost of this paycheck-to-paycheck trap is so brutal. It's not just the stress of a minor emergency. It's the incredibly frustrating reality that it forces you into high-interest credit card debt. Suddenly, you aren't just paying for the emergency itself. You're paying extra in the form of massive interest rates simply for the privilege of not being ready for it. A proper emergency fund stops this vicious cycle dead in its tracks. All right, step 1, the starter fund. To get this right, we actually need to shatter some seriously outdated financial advice right out of the gate. Most standard advice tells you to save up 6 months of expenses. But honestly, if you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, hearing that you need 6 whole months of savings is deeply demotivating. It just feels so impossibly far away that it stops you from even trying. Setting the right, immediate target is absolutely your crucial first move. So we're going to completely ditch that old advice of saving a flat $1,000 or 6 months of expenses. I mean, a flat $1,000 might not even cover your rent if something goes wrong today. Instead, let's embrace what we call the starter fund. I want you to calculate exactly 1 month of your bare bones, absolute survival expenses. We are talking rent, utilities, groceries, basic transportation, and minimum debt payments. Literally nothing else. That is your survival number. Just to anchor your expectations here, for most people, this 1 month survival number is going to land somewhere between $800 and $2,000. That is your stage 1 goal. It's a small, totally realistic, and highly achievable target. And the beauty is, once you hit this number, you are no longer one emergency away from a full-blown credit card crisis. Remember, when you're starting from zero, momentum always beats perfection. Moving on to step 2, find hidden money. You might be thinking you need a bigger paycheck to pull this off, but you really don't. You just need a quick 10-minute audit to find the money that's already leaking out of your accounts. Grab your last 30 days of bank and credit card statements and a highlighter. We are hunting for 3 specific things. First, forgotten subscriptions. The average person has at least one app or streaming service they haven't touched in a month. Second, food delivery fee markups. We're not saying cut out takeout completely, just those ridiculous delivery fees that magically stack on top. And third, ghost spending. You know, those tiny recurring charges under $10, like a random app you paid for once and completely forgot about. They just don't register in your brain because they feel way too small to matter. But when you actually highlight and cut out these hidden costs, you'll likely see that you've just freed up somewhere between $100 and $300 a month. And the absolute best part is you are doing this without changing your actual day-to-day lifestyle in any noticeable way. That found money now has one single job. It goes straight into your new emergency fund. Now for step 3, automate your savings. This is the crucial step almost everyone skips, and it's exactly why their savings plans fall apart. Listen, I want to fully destigmatize any past savings failures you might have had. If your plan depends on you manually transferring money every single time you get paid, it's going to fail. Not because you're lazy, but because willpower is a terrible long-term strategy. Life gets busy, motivation naturally dips, and manual transfers are always the very first thing to slip through the cracks. So instead of willpower, we're going to rely on a system because systems never have bad days. Here are your bulletproof automation rules. Step 1, set up an automatic transfer that triggers the exact same day your paycheck lands, literally before you even see the money. Step 2, open a completely separate high-yield savings account at a totally different bank than your checking account. Why? Because the intentional friction of having your money somewhere else is exactly what keeps you from easily dipping into it on a random Friday night. And step 3, give that account a specific name. Next up, step 4, accelerate with windfalls. While automation builds your fund steadily, windfalls are going to build it incredibly fast. A windfall is just any money that shows up that wasn't already in your budget. We're talking tax refunds, work bonuses, birthday cash, cashback rewards, or even the cash from selling that old guitar gathering dust in your closet. The people who reach their $1,000 to $2,000 goal the absolute fastest aren't actually earning some magically higher salary. They just flat out refuse to let unexpected money quietly disappear into their everyday spending. So send every single windfall directly to your emergency fund.
Let's bring this all together with your 90-day action plan.
When you put these 4 steps together, it creates an immediate, highly actionable transformation. Let's totally reframe your timeline right now, because building a real financial buffer does not take years. Just look at the schedule. Day 1, which is today, you do your 10-minute audit. By your very next payday, your automated transfer is locked in. By month 2, you're aggressively adding in any windfalls. By following this exact system, you can expect to have a fully funded starter fund sitting safely in your bank account in just 60 to 90 days. I want to end on a quick challenge for you today. Remember rule number 3? Giving your account a specific name actually changes how your brain treats that money. So, what are you going to name your Do Not Touch fund? Seriously, set it up today. Oh, and to make all of this way easier, there's a free spreadsheet linked right in the description below to help you track this entire system. But I want to leave you with this one thought. If you don't intentionally build a wall between yourself and disaster today, what are you going to do when disaster inevitably shows up tomorrow? Build your buffer and take your life back.